Hey, good afternoon. This is Bob from Trade Genius, the 1st of February. And I think it's going to be, like I said, a pretty interesting week. And I see what happens if they release that memo tomorrow. But I just wanted to show you, Ripple once again here. So it came down, broke the channel again, and provided another 5 to 10% trade opportunity. And the reason why I point these things out to you is that people don't have to feel so lost or afraid while we're consolidating here. There's a lot of ways to make money in cryptos, and and this is one of them here. So, until it does it on the 5 minute, I just look for these channel breaches, come back in, and it breaks the channel to the upside. You hop off, rinse and repeat, and you're making money while you're waiting for the big turn. I just wanted to point that out to you. And I think a lot of us do it the dollar, and I'll get to that in a second. And then we got Bitcoin here. I'm going to go to the hourly on this one. Still waiting. When it's in such a steep descent like this, you just kind of have to let it either puke out or like it did here, and or wait for it to consolidate or turn higher. But if I was trading it, here's where I would have bought, broke the channel, come back in, bull flag in, a chance to run up here. 8,400 to 9,600 is, these are 10-15% move, guys and ladies. So opportunities all over the place. And so I just want to kind of point that out to you. And then Ethereum, Bitcoin is where I do have my position, and I'm staying with it until I get a turn into Bitcoin. Is it's still around 11 to 12 cents, and good place to be. And channels moving up, and just kind of staying with it. Just push down here. They pushed on Ethereum a little bit as well today. Hammer on that one too. So, but once Bitcoin turns, I'll roll straight into Bitcoin. But in the meantime, my Bitcoin stash is in Ethereum Bitcoin. People can do what they want. I'm just sharing what I'm doing, and I'm sharing the technical analysis behind it. And if you're hodl, you hodl. If you're Bitcoin purist, you're Bitcoin purist. If you're in and out, you're trading in and out. So, but these are tried and true methods, and they ease the pain of a consolidation. And in some cases, you make money while you're waiting for it to happen. Okay, so Phil will talk about other things. If you're in the room, get your Telegram account and get in there. And if you have the signals, make sure you give me your username, and we'll validate your subscription and get you in there. And if I miss you for some reason, just put an email back saying, "Hey Bob, you missed me," in the subject line, and then I'll make sure I get you set up. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that dollar here. Okay, let's see here. Where's Dixie at here? Is so we also went down here too. Doesn't look pretty familiar. I mean, when you rip Bitcoin, they're just ripping the dollar down, and I think this is what we're fighting against. And we'll see if this thing turns. I mean, this is really, really pretty incredible fall for a reserve currency that is extremely liquid. And you don't see these kind of moves unless some big money's in there trying to move it around, like sovereigns, central banks. And so when this thing turned, my feeling is that cryptos are going to rock with it. It just seems like Bitcoin and the dollar seem to be on a similar path at the moment, and I think it's because the Asian currencies are too strong, and the buyers in Asia aren't buying into a rising currency. And that's my view until it shows me otherwise. See, the other thing I want to do is I took a position today. I tweeted out is which really, let me go to the hourly on here so you can see it better. Is I took a position in SH. I had a buy signal on it, and down in the bottom half of the channel. I didn't take it. We're going into the Fed meeting, so I didn't know what kind of games they would play, and they course, they gapped it down, came up, and now we got an island bottom here on SH, which is the short of S&P. And so we had took a position in it, and so I'm gonna stay with it for now. My stop will be the V stop here. So on the report, you'll see 2842 will be the new sell stop on it. And let's see if we get any kind of motion on this. S&P is just incredibly overvalued right now. The other thing too is overvalued is oil's being squeezed hard too, and it's trying to come up here to make another top. But these, make no mistake, these are dollar squeezes. Dollar's falling, they're hiding out in oil. As soon as the dollar turns, oil's going to fall pretty hard. And I'm waiting on another sell signal on this. And once again here, see this island bottom too, and it came up, so I'm not going to chase it. If it gets up to here, I'll buy UCO puts. Until then, I'm just kind of wait on it. But oil is getting out of hand, and so time to be careful. And then trade I did take today on the future side is we got the report today, pushed it down, and we bought at 286. Told people in the morning to close their UNG puts. We had a good run. I think we're going to get a pretty good push higher and a counter trend bounce going into these last couple weeks of winter. Storage is really low. It just wasn't as low as they expected it because we had the January thaw. That's why we felt confident taking the drop in UNG, which I'll show you right here. And now I think we're going to get a good push because storage levels are low. And so I think we'll get a good hard push before we get into the March bottom again, and then we'll see how the injection season goes. But it broke down through the channel here, came back up in, and we'll see how much of this bounce we get, and then we'll hop off and we'll short it again. So that's kind of what's going on in my world. What's interesting though too is, so I'm bopping around here a little bit, but you know, miners are acting a little weak, but gold has been acting strong. And these miners have a lot of silver, and the silver's not matching gold, so I don't know who's going to catch up here. But, you know, there's a lot of ways to look at it. Is gold breaking out, or is gold putting in a head and shoulder pattern? I don't know. Usually head and shoulder pattern should be leaning the other way. So I'm a gold and silver bug, so I'd like to see it break out. I'm still building my position in AG, and I got an OCO order in at... if it tries a double bottom here, sorry, my dog's barking. And if not, if it breaks this V stop, I'm going to buy some too. And I'm just going to keep adding. And then once I get this done, then I'll look for another miner to buy. And then as I take profit, I'll start working my way down off the position. But right now, I have 3,000 shares committed, and I have a order in for another 1,000, and then I'll look for my last buy, and then I'll roll into thinking about GG, or I might just go with a mutual fund. So that's where I'm at right now, and I'll keep you in the loop. Anyway, thanks for listening, and thanks for those who joined us, and just let us know how we can help you and help you make money. And with the cryptos, keep the faith. This is just a long consolidation in a long-term battle that cryptos will eventually win. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.